Welcome back, you bloodthirsty sweethearts, and gather round, soldiers. This one is for the airborne. The Battle of Wanat in Afghanistan is a true saga of grit and resilience. Now, picture this. It's July 13th, 2008, and we're posted up in this little outpost that seemed like it was designed by a sadistic architect who wanted to test our hide-and-seek skills, surrounded by mountains that seemed more annoyed by our presence than a cat being forced into a bath. The insurgents launched a ferocious assault on combat outpost Collar. Mortar rounds rained down, and a hail of bullets came from all directions. The soldiers were outgunned and outmanned. In the midst of all the chaos and confusion, the soldiers fought with everything they had. Ammunition ran low, and their positions were being overrun. Ultimately, it came down to superior firepower and American discipline under fire. Despite being initially outnumbered and in a bad position, the Americans just dug in and waited until relieved. Apache attack helicopters and a Predator unmanned aircraft drone armed with Hellfire missiles arrived over the base about 30 minutes after the battle began. During the battle, U.S. soldiers were resupplied by Black Hawk helicopters with fire support from the Apaches. Later, a B-1B Lancer bomber, A-10, and F-15 Eagles were called in. The militants withdrew about 4 hours later. After the militants retreated, mop-up operations followed, and the Taliban withdrew from the town. 9 U.S. soldiers were killed in the attack, mainly in the observation post. Between 21 and 65 militants were reported killed, with another 20 to 40 wounded. The coalition forces found only 2 Taliban bodies after the battle. Isn't that a goddamn fucking weird thing? Like, after all these battles, even in Iraq, you never find fucking bodies. In the aftermath of the Battle of Wanat, the flaws and mistakes that had led to the debacle could not be ignored. There were questions about the outpost placements, intelligence failures, and inadequate support. Lessons were learned, and changes were made to ensure that such tragedies would not be repeated. But spoiler alert, they would be. Remember Cop Keating? Well, that was after Wanat. We didn't learn shit. But amidst the imperfections and errors of that fateful day, the soldiers of Wanat persevered. The Battle of Wanat reminds us that the true measures of a soldier is not just the battles that they win, but in their unwavering resolve to overcome adversity, no matter the cost. Ryan M. Pitts was awarded the Medal of Honor July 21st, 2014, 6 years after actions during that battle. Along with Salvatore Giunta and Kyle White, Pitts is the 3rd recipient of the Medal of Honor from 2nd Battalion, the 503rd Infantry Regiment. And there you have it. That's not exactly the end of the story, because what happened in Wanat was really freaking eerily similar to what happened in Cop Keating. But that's for another day. Until next time, we encourage you to keep your socks dry, keep drinking water, and stack freaking bodies.
It's you and you. Ready? Set!